Machete-wielding man shot after attacking 3 NYPD cops just outside of Times Square's New Year's Eve celebration. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis of the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video we have an attack basically on 3 NYPD cops. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. It'll bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. An unprovoked machete attack on 3 cops ended in gunfire Saturday night just outside of Times Square's New Year's Eve celebration. Around 10:11 p.m. at the intersection of 8th Ave and West 52nd Street, a 19-year-old man tried to swing a machete onto a police officer's head. Wow. The machete-wielding suspect then successfully swung his weapon against 2 other officers, injuring both. One of the injured officers, an 8-year veteran, suffered a laceration to his head. The second officer, who graduated from the police academy just on Friday, suffered a large laceration and a skull fracture. Wow. One of the officers fired their service weapon, striking the suspect in the shoulder. Workers at the halal stand near the scene heard what they thought were explosions that may have been gunshots. "I heard the sounds only, bang, bang," recounted one of the workers. "People were running, oh my God, they were running." Police at the scene quickly took the machete-wielding man into custody. The officers were taken to Bellevue Hospital, as was the suspect. All 3 were in stable condition. Okay, what I'm going to do is reread the title of this story. Machete-wielding man shot after attacking 3 NYPD cops just outside of Times Square's New Year's Eve celebration. Okay, so you asking me, well, why would you reread that? Well, the reason why I read it is because they're missing some key words in this title. What it should say is a 19-year-old white American recently converted to Islam, gashed a cop in the head with a machete during the New Year's Eve celebration. I know in this story it's going to come up, this guy was Muslim, you know what I'm saying, and Islam, and the first thing you're thinking about is terrorist attacks, people that follow, Allah, and it could be any color person, you know what I'm saying, but more than likely it's going to be a non-white person that you're thinking about. And that's unfair to that whole group of people because you're making it seem like they're the only savages out here. They're savages out here, and what they're doing is, they're causing, mass hysteria. You know what I'm saying? And, in America, once again, when terror is, generally, on the rise, a lot of violence is on the rise, and, a lot of us haven't forgotten, when the towers was attacked, and, that's going to be ingrained in your mind, more than likely for the rest of your life. So, that situation right there is unfortunate because you're allowing mainstream media, again, to put out some garbage and protect a group of individuals while trying to tear down another group of individuals. They could have came out and said this kid was white, straight up. You know what I'm saying? But that narrative of them being white, going over to Islam, doing things, it's like, no one really wants to hear that. No one wants to really gravitate toward that. You know what I'm saying? Just like sitting there saying, like, I could say, well, 3 men go out and in the midst of a drug deal, shoot up, I don't know, a school or whatever. You know, shooting at the day attackers and back and forth. Who the first person you're gonna think of? You're gonna think of black folks. That's the first thing you're gonna think of. So it's like the title that you put out there. People are gonna imagine in their own mind and place in their own brain, hey, this is what this is. Especially when you do the story and you break down the whole story, you know what I'm saying? So as an editor, you need to make sure you add you need to add the correct adjectives, you know, pronouns and verbs, you know, in your stories, because it's like, you know, we all want clicks, we all want views. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fair to a group of people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not good to actually throw those people under the bus. And I know people probably thinking like, you know, well, what's the gist of this story? I don't understand. You're supposed to be talking about the guy with the machete, you know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. But it's a point I had to make, is because, you know, the mainstream media gonna come out and give you what they want you to hear. They're gonna tell you the truth. And most people don't read anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say about 70% of Americans just flat out just don't read. Okay? I ain't gonna say Americans, I'm gonna say people in general. They just don't read. If you tell them something, they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. And they just wanna go with it. You know what I'm saying? So they rely on people like me, you know what I'm saying, other news outlets, you know what I'm saying, to give you the exact story, the whole story, and, you know, the background of the story. So in this particular story, it was a 19-year-old white kid that did this. You know what I'm saying? He recently converted to Islam, okay? And, you know, I guess, you know, he had some issues with the NYPD. But again, the people that I know that's Muslim, you know what I mean, that's in, you know, follow Islam, followers of Islam, they're not savages. They're not running around here trying to kill the whole world, you know what I'm saying? The real ones that I know, you know what I mean? They're the most peaceful people, you know what I mean? They always look to try to find a solution to things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, trying to paint that picture about how certain people are is just not fair. That narrative right there is just not fair at all. I just wanted to express that part of it because I just didn't think that was fair. Now, granted, I'm a Christian all day, you know what I mean, twice on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I ain't changing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can still recognize and still see that, you know, whether I'm Christian, whether you Muslim, whether you this, whether you that, we can still all get along, still work together, you know what I'm saying? What's to say that we all can't work together and do some things, some powerful things here on earth anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not responsible for, you know, where you go at the end. Wherever you go, you go, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wherever I go, you know what I'm saying? Whether who right or wrong, I'm not here for all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to work with people, you know what I'm saying? And make a better situation, you know what I'm saying? Even more, you know, profitable, you know, even more better, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I work with you, I support you and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? There's certain things that I can't do, just like I'm sure certain things that you can't do, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we can still work together and do what we need to do to help each other out, you know what I'm saying? But as far as this young guy, this 19-year-old, I mean, what you expect, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but every single year, around New Year's Eve, the fools come out. The fools come out. We had a 87-year-old woman over here in Philadelphia get shot in the shoulder from celebratory gunfire. I mean, come on. They tell you don't shoot your gun in the air. Don't be shooting your guns. It's going to get worse and worse. You tell them not to do it, they're going to do it. You know what I mean? You just can't shoot off fireworks or whatever and just be like, you happy-go-lucky. Most of these dudes are shooting their guns. They don't even shoot their guns. You know what I'm saying? They shooting it because, oh, I got to shoot it for, to do what I got to do for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you ain't shooting nobody. Because at the end of the day, you only get one with the gun. You got one chance with that gun. You shoot somebody, that's it. You won't have that gun no more. You know what I'm saying? It ain't one of those situations where I'm just gonna keep shooting you. You know what I mean? This is not like you a cop and you can just keep your gun, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. You a civilian, you know what I'm saying? So once you shoot somebody, that's it. That gun done, okay, next. That gun is done, next. Think about it, you know what I'm saying? So this guy with the machete, he went out, he did what he did. He was wrong, you know what I mean? He was dead wrong for it, but I mean, what else do we expect? I mean, I'm getting to a point nowadays that when I do these stories, it's just like, what you expect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to report the news to you. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you what I read, how I interpreted it, you know what I'm saying, and going from there. So it is what it is. But if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. Thanks for looking at the videos. Thanks for sharing the videos. And thanks for making 2022 a memorable year for me. Do me a huge favor. Come visit me on my TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And let's have a conversation about this, this narrative that's being, put out there here in America. Is it a way that we can change it? Is it a way or do we just have to go, status quo with it? You know what I'm saying? You let me know in the comment section and talk to me and I'll talk back. I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. I will see you in the next video. Happy New Year. Peace.